We're going live. And we're live.
Okay. All right, stardate 48554.7. With the start of Starfleet's Fleet Week and the beginning of the anniversary of the Federation's founding, our protagonists begin to enjoy shore leave and the various celebrations currently underway on Earth. All right, so there's 5. I'll just randomly do this, I think, like how I did last week. See who I want to start with. And Nadan, you drew the short straw here.
Okay.
All right, so Nadan, it's probably been, I would say a week after your previous medical test. And your roommate has basically been stressing about her score all week, thinking that she's going to fail or not and whatnot. This is probably the morning of your final medical examination, like the last practical of the semester, so to speak. If I could find tokens would be nice. That works. So this is probably the morning before the final, and probably just jump straight into the role play. I just know I'm gonna fail this.
Why do you think that? You've been studying all week.
Just after what happened last week, I don't think I can withstand another sight of more blood.
That's a tough one. Maybe the student student body counselor could give you a hand with that.
I just don't understand why we need basic medical training anyway. We're gonna be scientists.
Lab accidents? I shrug. What if there's a lab accident and your, I don't know, medical officer is busy with something else, I guess?
Come on, Don. Do you really think that's gonna happen?
I don't necessarily think it's going to happen. I also don't think it'd be bad to be prepared in case it does. I mean, all sorts of weird stuff come out in the reports, and those are only the ones that they'll let us read.
I don't know. I still don't see how I'm ever gonna use this.
Fair enough.
How are you able to get through this? I thought you were more squeamish than I am about the sight of blood and needles.
I think it's, for me, more of a how do I say, bedside manner situation, and not being fantastic under emergency pressure. But hey, I didn't freeze last week, so there's that. Shrug.
Oh, come on. I think we better get this over with.
Fair enough. All right, let's go, and hopefully neither of us ever have to worry about a medical exam again, except as the patient.
All right, so you and your roommate head to your final class. Your instructor gives you the instructions on, on how to accomplish the final. Gives you the basic instructions on the last test, what to expect, what the scenarios are, and whatnot. Now I got to think of a quick medical scenario. All right, so Don, you head to your assigned holodeck, and you start the program. And when the program starts, you find yourself in a type of desert. Actually, I'll just reuse this. And located on the beach here, you see um two humans seemingly passed out on the beach.
Okay. I will I will first survey the area and make sure there's not any like immediately obvious, you know, sea monster about to bite my head off if I approach too close type thing.
Go ahead and give me insight security difficulty 1.
Insight security difficulty 1. Uh.
You do not notice anything out of the ordinary in your immediate surroundings.
Okay. I'll approach then.
You can move your token. You should
Sweet.
have the power to.
Yeah. So I'll move over and I'll quickly look over both of them. Which one looks to be the worst off?
Go ahead and give me a insight medicine diff 1
Okay. Insight medicine.
using all your best skills I know.
Yeah. Uh Take a threat, I guess. I'm gonna spend for an extra die. Okay.
um Coming up to both of these patients, you actually don't notice anything out of the ordinary with them. You don't see any visible scratches, scars, bruises, cuts. Um, all their bones seem to be in the proper places.
Okay. They're both breathing, right?
Yes,
Humans breathe, right?
pretty sure.
So I'll shake one of them and say, "Hello? Are you all right? Can you hear me?" I'm just doing that like first aid shoulder tap thing.
Yep. There's no response from the person you try to shake.
Okay. I will start tapping the other one. and repeat the process.
The other one starts coming to. Huh? What? What? Who? Where am I?
Hello, we are on a beach in the desert. What happened?
I. Where? The. The. What?
Um, what's your name?
Ne. 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 Where? What's? And you could physically see that he's struggling to form words.
All right. What's the weather like here?
Hot.
Do I have on my person any water rations?
You do not.
Okay. Is the water I'll walk over to the beach, go to the waterfront on the beach quickly and see if the water is potable or if it's salty. Just taste a small amount. Ah, okay. Oh, at least I'm not in the like Rift Valley and just stuck my finger into some acid to try and taste it. Alrighty.
Although
Well,
that could have been
I'll
hilarious.
yeah. I'll return back to the patients and see about if I can use some of the trees and stuff nearby to try and build a shelter for them. Because getting them out of the sun seems like a good idea. As I'm
Okay.
guessing they're just dehydrated.
This is gonna be um it's probably gonna be a trying to think what the test would be. Let's go with insight or reason with science to try to locate suitable brush. I'm gonna make this a difficulty 2.
Reason science difficulty 2. I'll go ahead and spend threat for an extra die. Why not? Hooray.
Ooh, Nadon's giving me threat. And you gain a momentum out of it.
Sweet.
And it takes you a few minutes, but you're able to gather enough material to build a small little shelter. Probably along one of these cliff bases, so you don't have to try to figure out how to cover all 4 sides and create a roof. You could use some of your surroundings to do that.
Cool. Um, and I will see if I can, after a shelter has been built and they're out of the direct sunlight and not likely to die of exposure in the near future, I'll see if I can bring the incoherent one around a little more.
Alright, what are you gonna do?
Uh, treat as if they have shock, so like elevate their feet, that sort of thing. See if that
Okay.
helps.
Give me a control medicine difficulty 1.
Cool. And I will not spend threat on this.
Right, gain another momentum.
Cool.
Alright, using some of the basic skills that you got, that you were taught during the course of the basic first aid training course, Um, you think that they're both suffering from heat stroke, heat exhaustion, what have you. So you start doing some of the steps that that are some of the steps that were taught to try to alleviate that. And you do notice that they do seem to be getting better. Color is starting to return. He's not as incoherent as he was before.
Great. It's a shame we don't have potable water, but that's good. I'll just try to keep them safe and reasonably cool while we wait. Maybe see if it's possible to harvest any of the nearby plants for to extract water from them.
Okay, give me. This is probably going to be a control with either con or science. And since you're giving me threat, I'll make this a difficulty 3.
Okay. I'll spend momentum for an extra die.
Yep.
Sweet.
You are able to find some plants and a few cacti bushes that have, you know, water in them that you're able to extract, and you're able to give your patients some water.
Perfect. Otherwise, I'll try to keep them stable until the exam is over.
All right. So I'll just narrate the rest here. The rest of the test is basically you just trying to make sure that they remain hydrated. Um, make sure that they're comfortable as you all try to wait for rescue or whatever eventually comes. Probably a rescue team. Um, and as soon as they are loaded onto the rescue stretcher, shuttle, land vehicle, whatever they bring, probably a land vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
Um, your program ends and you step out of the holodeck.
Well, that didn't go as well as last week. Hopefully, I didn't flunk. At least they were still alive.
And stepping out of the holodeck, next to yours is your roommate.
Oh,
And again, just covered head to toe in blood. Like it's almost like a scene from the movie Carrie, just covered entirely with blood. And she walks out with this look of absolute horror on her face.
um, why don't we get you to the sonic showers?
And not really saying anything, she just kind of follows your example. Follows where you lead her.
Yeah. So, how'd it go? I say as we're on our way to the showers.
So much blood.
Okay. After we get you a clean uniform, maybe we can talk about it?
Yeah, I I I I don't think I passed.
A question for folks who know about the academy. Is supplementary exams a thing at Starfleet?
Probably.
Okay. Well, if it if you did fail, you can get a tutor and try for the retake, maybe.
I don't think they're gonna let me retake it after that.
Why do you think that?
I I botched it again. I was in a scenario where there was a explosion in our science lab, and pieces of bulkhead were impaled in some of the team members. I was trying to remove the pieces of bulkhead when just blood shot out everywhere.
I see. The bulkhead must have nicked an artery or something.
I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I'm removing the thing that's causing the issue. I don't know why this keep happening.
It's something to talk to the professor about, maybe, or the TA. If it helps, ki- I almost neglected to spot a heat stroke in a desert survival scenario, which should be the literal first thing when you see somebody who is unconscious on a hot desert. So that was fun. If it helps at all.
Why couldn't I get heat stroke? Why do I get the explosions, sparks flying, piece of bulkheads flying at me?
I don't know.
I guess all that's left is to get our final grade.
Yeah.
Are you going to the speeches later?
There's speeches later?
They're supposed to have they're supposed to have crew members from a couple ships come speak to the cadets about what it's like serving in Starfleet.
Oh, sure. I'll go. Get my mind off the exam, at least. What about you? Are you going?
Yeah, I think I will.
Yeah, you probably should. What's what's done is done, so may as well distract ourselves from it.
But first we have to get our final grades. Instructor said they'd be ready this afternoon.
Okay. We can maybe get cleaned up. I'm all sweaty and sandy from my scenario, so why don't we get cleaned up and go have some food while we wait?
Okay. And you and your roommate head off to get cleaned up and go eat.
Mhm.
All right. Next on the list, who I randomly rolled, one Ensign Casey. Casey, you have been on Earth for a few days now. Your ship arrived a couple days ago, and most of your security detail has been given shore leave, and several of you and your security detail decide to head to one of San Francisco's many alcoholic serving establishments to celebrate and to enjoy their shore leave.
So
Bartender, bartender, 4 shots of your finest liquor, please. My friend here is getting promoted. And the
really,
bartender and the bartender will drop 4 drinks in front of you.
Casey will stare at the finest liquor and try to determine of what variety it is.
It's like a whiskey.
It's green.
A greenish whiskey smelling thing.
uh, Casey will raise his shot glass. Cheers, gentlemen.
And all your buddies take their drinks, give the after they take the shot, or some of them gives that bitter face after they drink it, like like you'd have like a bitter aftertaste.
Really, I should be buying all of you a drink. I'm the one getting promoted after all, and I couldn't have done it without such steadfast comrades. Bartender, can we get another round?
The bartender nods and throws four more shots of the same drink you just had. So come on, Casey, tell us where are they sending you?
Uh, looks at notes. I'm
What
being
did I
sent to the.
what did I write in my backstory?
Yeah. I'm being sent to the Hovium 3 colony as a liaison officer. I'm don't have a lot of details on the colony. It's relatively recently established and is still an active project, which is why they're hoping to have a Starfleet presence there to liaise with the rest of the fleet. I hear the planet is quite beautiful, although cold.
And one of your other friends says, that sounds immensely boring.
Well, it's an advancement, I suppose. I move up in rank. I serve in this position for a while, and, well, who knows where else I could end up. Perhaps a more interesting colony posting or something, but, well, I guess Starship service just hasn't worked out for me.
Oh, come on, Casey. You can't tell me you're not going to miss chasing alien boarding parties through the Jeffries tubes of the ships.
Well, you raise a good point there. I guess I can't predict the future, and I'm not sure where I'll end up, but I'll always remember the good times we had. And he'll raise his glass to the Resolute.
And your comrades join in to the Resolute.
He'll tap his, or he'll like tap the drink on the bar and then shoot it back.
And one of your other friends says, all right, that's enough here. That's enough here. I know of this other little place. It's been a haven't been there since my academy days.
Well, I'll follow your lead.
And you and your security detail pals end up painting San Francisco for most of the night. You probably go to at least 3 or 4 different pubs, having a few drinks at each, meeting interesting and colorful people that, of course, are there to celebrate the founding of the Federation. And, you start to become really inebriated.
Ah, yes.
As you and your buddies come to what to another one of San Francisco's many bars and pubs. Come on. This one has the best Vulcan ale you've ever had.
the the best what?
Vulcans, come on.
He'll kind of stumble along with them. Who's gonna arrest us for drunken disorderly? We are security.
Right. And you all go up to the bar, and your friend says, Bart, bartender, 18 shots of Vulcan ale.
Hey,
And the
Casey will just
bartender
kind of
comes
stare
says,
off into space.
how much have you had to drink? I'm still standing. I could take few more. I think you all better sit down and have something to eat. And one of your other buddies, I am getting hungry. Maybe we should.
Pizza? Do you have pizza?
I'm sure I could replicate you something. Computer, one pizza. And then it goes off into this like, how do you want it cooked? What toppings? Like 9,000 different varieties. And then after about 5 minutes of going through all of that, the bartender finally does serve you the pizza with whatever you decide the toppings are.
I can't imagine he cares.
One
As
of your
long
friends that we'll just say is a Regilian uh, security officer says, "What kind of food is this?"
it's good food. try it. In case he's gonna take like a enormous bite.
And the Regillian will kind of poke at it with his finger. This is doughy. And what is this red stuff?
It's sauce. It's from Italy. Do you guys have transporter credits? Do you think we could get to Italy?
Transporter credits? We're ensigns. They don't give us that. Although they might give you some. With your
Well-
promotion and all.
Well, if they did, they didn't tell me about it. We should do this in Italy.
Yes, yes, Italy. Bartender, one Italy, please. And you guys go on eating your pizza, having a few more drinks, enjoying the night, coming up with these big grandiose ideas, and then forgetting about it like 2 seconds later.
Yeah, the Italy trip idea was short-lived, I imagine.
Yeah. What's the other person realized it wasn't a drink. All right. So yeah, you guys are enjoying the night, drinking it away, yada yada. We're gonna jump to, is that Lieutenant Commander Prex? Prex back yet?
Just got back.
Okay, cool. I wasn't sure if you were dealing with your cat or not.
No, dinner's not settling well with me.
All right, Prex, you are piloting your starship, and you just pulled up to a standard orbit around Earth. Most of the senior staff, the captain, the XO, have gone to their quarters to prepare for their admiralty meetings and parties. The captain left you in charge until the ship's been stowed away and ready for the skeleton crew to take it over, so everyone gets their shore leave. When the person that you work with that is at ops says, "So Azrael, what are you going to do with your shore leave?"
I might go hiking or go somewhere on the beach. Maybe see parts of Europe. Here it's nice around this time of year.
Anywhere in particular?
Maybe Italy or Greece or Spain, somewhere along the Mediterranean.
The Mediterranean, huh? That doesn't sound like a bad idea. Spending shore leave on a beach somewhere. Maybe get a little sun.
Well, a little sun would be nice, considering we're cooped up on a starship all day long, for years at a time.
And the holodeck just doesn't do the real thing justice.
Safety protocols tend to hamper the occasional get in the way of a good tan.
Think there's a little spot. Think it's Cyprus. Think I might head there.
I'm not familiar with that location.
Think it's an island in the Mediterranean somewhere. What better way to ensure a nice private beach spot than to go on a place that has nothing but beaches?
Well, that sounds like fun.
Captain to Commander Prex.
Go ahead, Captain.
Once the ship is able to be operated with the skeleton crew, go ahead and give the announcement to the crew that they may start their shore leave.
Understood, Captain.
And Commander, I would try to get off the ship before the XO finds you.
Understood, Captain.
Whatever your captain's name out.
Ops, if you would do me a favor, get it all systems check for me real quick.
Aye, Commander. Sick bay's reading stowed away. Engineering reports they're operating at their skeleton crew. Security reporting in. Science reporting in. Looks like we're all good, Commander.
She presses the all-ship hail. This is Lieutenant Commander Azrael Prax. On hereby notice, the USS Olympia is now operating on a skeleton crew. All authorized personnel are cleared to depart. And she closes the channel and waits for her relieved to come take her spot so she can get off the ship before the XO arrives.
Yep, and the remnants of the skeleton crew, probably 2 crew members, come onto the bridge. Lieutenant Commander, I am here to relieve you.
I stand relieved, Lieutenant. Take good care of her.
And your op says, well, I suppose we better get packed.
Oh, I packed long before we arrived in orbit.
Well, don't let me keep you. You heard the captain's warning.
Have fun on your holiday retreat.
You as well, Azrael.
And she goes to her quarters to grab her bag and head immediately to the transporter room.
I don't...
Which there might be a line there.
Yep. So yeah, so it's a little crowded around around the transporter room, people coming in and out of it, mostly going into the transporter. When finally you get up to the door. Assuming you go in.
Yes.
The door's open, and standing right in the middle of the transporter room is the XO, wearing full dress uniform. He looks over to you and says, "Commander Prax, where do you think you're going?"
Shore leave, sir. My skeleton shift is next week. I would like to get a little relaxation before I am on duty commanding the Olympia for 4 days.
Yeah, shore leave. Sure would be nice. It would be unfortunate if you would have had to change your plans now, wouldn't it?
I don't know what you were talking about, sir. She says with a smile.
If I'm going to this Admiral meeting, Commander, you are too. You might want to head back and grab some dress uniforms. It's going to be a long night.
Sir,
And he just kind of smirks as he says that.
I was informed by Captain Wren that I was clear for shore leave for 2 weeks.
Yeah, things change, Commander. Things change. And again, he just has that smug smile on your face, or on his face.
So I'm assuming that I'll need to head to San Francisco.
That is correct, Commander. In full dress uniform. If I am forced to go to this thing, I figure the person that got me into it in the first place should be joining me as well.
Well, sir, I don't want to bore you with any longer. I will meet you at San Francisco.
Oh, I insist. Why don't you go ahead and meet me here in an hour?
Understood, sir. Just so you're aware, Commander, you probably may want to head down without me. You don't want to keep the Admiralty waiting. And she heads out as fast as she can out the door before he has a chance to respond.
Okay. He tries to yell something as you're running out, but you don't catch it.
Oh, and I'm heading straight for the cargo bay transporters.
Okay. You get down to the cargo bays. And there's no one working in the cargo bays, obviously. The word has got out that only the skeleton crews are working, and they don't really need people in the cargo bays when they're sitting around Earth. So there's pretty much no one in there.
Going to verify that the cargo bay transporter is operational.
Go ahead and give me an insight engineering difficulty 1.
I'm going to spend a momentum. You never know.
Yeah.
I have one in
Yeah,
engineering.
they've been powered down, but there's no reason why you couldn't just power them back up.
She's going to call Bridge real quick.
This is the bridge.
Bridge, this is Lieutenant Commander Prax. I'm hoping you could authorize the activation use of cargo transporter Bay 3 for me for temporary activation.
For what we're reading is that's been powered down, Commander. Why do you need it brought back online?
Lieutenant, have you ever heard of a swift getaway?
Yes.
Then I don't need to explain myself any further.
Go ahead and give me presence command difficulty 2.
Take a threat. Persuasion?
Yep. I keep giving it to you for some reason. Gaining momentum. Understood, Commander. And you notice that on the pad, they have been unlocked and powered back on.
Oh, and Bridge, make sure that this transporter is immediately taken offline for maintenance, if you don't mind.
Understood. We'll add it to the maintenance log when shore leave is finished.
Thank you. Let's see. Some island retreat somewhere remote. Let's go with Aruba in the Gulf.
All right. You're just going to transport straight there?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to make this a difficulty 4, complication 2.
Can't be afraid of the weight for determination spend.
I'll take it.
Control engineering, right? Yeah. What? I'm looking at my medals. Do I still get my medals? I don't know if they actually avoid.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Well, I do. I probably would have the Starfleet citation for conspicuous gallantry, maybe. I will give you be 5 threat for 4 days. So I'm going to spend 2 momentum and give you 3 threat. Well, that's 6 successes.
Yep, gain 2.
With a 1 in engineering. Oh my god, 2, 2, 3, 4, 2. Oh.
If only you had any more stats in engineering and a focus, you know.
I know. Oh,
but yeah,
conspiracy
you're able to.
Real quick, sorry. Roll. I'm gonna roll 3 challenge dice because that's how much threat I gave you. See if you don't get some of that.
Oh, right.
You only get the 1.
Boo. All right. So you program the cargo bay transporter to Aruba, and you set the program, and the next thing you know, you are transported away, and you materialize right outside a quaint little resort, right off the right on the uh, the beach.
And yeah, she's gonna head to the office to check in and see if there's available bungalow or accommodation she could acquire for a week.
And yeah, you're able to do all that and get checked in and begin your festivities of whatever you want to do. Snorkeling, diving, sitting on the beach with a mai tai, whatever.
But yeah, that's she's gonna enjoy her short leave while she can.
All right. We're gonna head back to Earth. With Dr. Pearson. Doctor, you there?
Yep.
All right, so Doctor, in the same vein of most people here, you've been offered the opportunity to enjoy some shore leave on Earth. Is there anything anywhere in particular you would go? Anything you do?
Anything in particular? Not as far as I can think. Uh, Probably the most likely bet would be swinging by Starfleet Medical for a little bit, just to see how things were, but that'd be probably about it.
Okay, that actually works. So yeah, so you head down to Starfleet headquarters, and more specifically, you head to Starfleet Medical. And it's Starfleet Medical does seem to be a little bit busy than you're used to seeing it. Obviously, the influx of passengers and travelers for the festivities. A lot of people are getting their checkups. Making sure whatever inoculations they need are up to date. Stuff like that. So it's pretty busy in Starfleet Medical. When you get there, where do you go? What do you do?
Hmm. I
All
had
right.
to. I had to. A friend of mine's office, Lieutenant Commander Grimwald.
All right. He, she.
He.
Okay. And you get to your friend's office, and he's pretty busy. With his computer console, he has data pads strewn all across his desk. He looks very focused on whatever he's working on at the moment. That he doesn't notice you walk up.
So I'm gonna stand in the doorway with my shoulder against the door frame and just go, "Hey, Mike."
Mike, what are you doing here?
Oh, not much. Just coming down for some shore leave.
How's Earth Space Dock treating you?
It's been going well. Had an interesting run-in with a set of dignitaries yesterday.
Oh, don't tell me.
Yeah, it was them.
Man, no matter what you do, you can't escape that, can you?
Apparently not. At least not for a long while.
At least not sticking around here. From what I understood, they're looking to throw an embassy on Earth.
Yeah, that's what I hear too. My best bet to make it right's probably getting back on a starship, but you know the situation there.
As luck would have it, I'm actually looking at a few reassignments right now. If you want to
Really?
get on one, I'm sure I could pull a few strings.
Which ones you got?
Well, come up, have a seat, take a look. Eddie throws some pads over to the other side of the desk.
Let's see. And he just starts going through the data pads real quick.
And you see like a Miranda class, um, like a Nova set on short assignment. I think there's like a and really old beat up Excelsior that's used for moving cargo.
Wow. Really, Mike? Cargo freighter, science vessel, and some short-term assignment?
I mean, unfortunately, a lot of these assignments are going quickly to a lot of these new cadets. When you have anything in mind, I mean, I could see what else I got. I mean, most of
The
my
one,
Galaxy assignments are already full.
yeah. Your Galaxy assignments are probably full. Your Ambassador class assignments are probably full. Intrepid's probably full. Tell me, have they come out with a new Sovereign class yet? Here there's one in construction or something like that. Be like long time before they get it done, though.
Yeah, yeah. I haven't even got word to start trying to crew that thing yet.
Any idea what they're gonna name her yet?
No, still very much in the drawing board, beginning stages.
Yeah, makes sense. Always trying to make upgrades for the next ship. Fix the bugs in the old one before they get the next one off the line.
You know, there might be a few starbase assignments near the Cardassian DMZ. Guess with the Maquis, I guess it's becoming a little bit of a hotbed. Could always use a few good doctors out there.
Well, I know Bashir has DS9.
Yeah, but there's a few Federation colonies that are looking for people. If I have a map ready, I can name a few more. And I think 211 might be looking for some medical personnel too. I don't think you'll be I don't think they're looking for a chief of medicine, but
I thought 211 was Tupelo.
was what?
Rattling off another medical officer's name, Tupelo.
Yeah, but they're starting to expand out there.
Ah,
You know, again, the DMZ, they're trying to move some people around there to help with that border crisis.
makes sense. Though being that close to the DMZ, they're probably all combat medics and everything. And you know me, I'm no good in a fight.
But yeah, if you're looking for a transfer, I'll keep an eye out for you. I'll let you know what comes through.
Preferably something deep space exploration, like the old 5-year missions or something like that. Unless, something comes up and I get invited by a captain personally.
Yeah, I'll let you know what comes through if I find anything promising.
All right, Mike. Well, just wanted to stop, swing by. You know.
Yeah, it's good to see you again.
Yeah. Well, you have fun. Apparently, I've got some sort of ball to go to in a little while. I got to go get my uniform all pressed and everything.
You're going to some of those admiral meet and greets.
Yeah. Just to see what the atmosphere's like. I know they know my name and not in a good way.
Well, hey, just try to keep your nose clean, all right?
Of course, Mike.
I hate to be trying to put you on one of these good assignments and all of a sudden you come back as restricted.
Oh, I understand that. You have fun out there, Mike.
Pushing papers is my day to day now.
Yeah. I'm still trying to get used to it. I'll see you later, Mike.
All right, take care, buddy. All right, and as you're walking out of Starfleet Medical, you overhear a commotion by one of the work desk. No, I need to make a complaint. The name Dr. Pearson. And you could just hear this screaming between these two individuals coming from like, you're probably in like the main reception area.
I'm guessing I'm going to have to walk right by it anyway as I'm headed out.
Yes.
I'm going to duck into an office, grab a spare data pad, because medical officers have spares everywhere.
Okay.
Access ESD's medical logs, download the report of the incident the day before.
And you're able to download your medical notes.
And I'm going to head towards the door.
All right. All right. We'll come back to you, Doctor. Last one we have to hit firstly is DeGrasse. DeGrasse, are you back?
I am, yes.
All right. So your ship, whatever the heck ship I put you on, or you're on. For some reason, I don't have those notes in front of me. Oh, the Manchester, right? Right. So the USS Manchester finally gets into orbit. And you just hear the captain from his seat just give this loud, audible, intentionally trying to be loud sigh as you enter standard orbit around Earth.
Well, how you holding up, Captain?
I still can't believe they want us to come out here. Big waste of time.
Well, guess we can get into the pomp and circumstance. Try to have a little fun with it.
You can have a little fun with it. I have to go shake hands, kiss ass with all these admirals.
Oh, come on. A little bit of that has to be good for your career.
I don't suck up to the brass to get my commissions. I earn them, Lieutenant. Right, Lieutenant? Yeah, Lieutenant.
Understood, Captain.
There's no greater feeling in the universe than reaping the rewards of something you worked very hard for, not something that is just handed to you on a silver platter because of some admiral you know, some favor you made.
Am I detecting a bit of a bitter history here, Captain?
You could say that, Lieutenant.
Well, if it's any consolation, sir, I happen to agree with you.
Oh, what class is the Manchester DeGrasse?
That's a good question. So I always envisioned it as a bigger ship. Maybe something between like a Galaxy or a Sovereign on the one hand and Miranda on the other. Perhaps
That
we
or a
could win.
that or a nebula. Ambassador or nebula.
Okay. Yeah, let's go with Ambassador.
Well, I'm glad you agree, Lieutenant. You won't believe how many times I've been passed up for some of the newer ships because I don't suck up to these admirals. As much as I love the Manchester, she's not a Galaxy.
Well, you can say that again, sir, but she's certainly been a very solid ship while I've been serving on it. There are worse things. We could be put on a Oberth or some other smaller vessel.
Small victories, I guess.
Agreed, Captain. Well, while you're down there, might as well make the best of it. So let me know if there's anything I can do to help.
Understood. Lieutenant, you have the bridge. Suppose I should get into my Starfleet best. Oh, Lieutenant, that reminds me. Since you mentioned if there's anything you can do for me, I think I do have something for you.
Yes, sir.
The Academy's looking for some officers to speak at one of their assemblies for the cadets. Something about life aboard a starship as a science officer, something like that. Why don't you take care of that for me?
Sir, I don't know what to say. I appreciate the vote of confidence, but wouldn't exactly call myself a strong public speaker.
Remember that talk we just had, Lieutenant? About no greater feeling than earning something?
I understand, sir. Well, I guess that makes two of us. You're doing something you're uncomfortable with, and now so am I.
I will consider this a great personal favor to me, Lieutenant.
Well, in that case, sir, you got it. I'll do my best.
Very good. Oh, and the speech is at 1700 hours. You don't have very long to write it.
GM, what time is it?
We'll we'll make it 1500.
Well, in that case, sir, I think I'm going to use my bridge time to start working on a draft.
Very good. I'll owe you one, Lieutenant.
Thank you, sir. He'll kind of mutter, I guess, under his breath. And yeah, he'll take the captain's chair and start madly scribbling something out on the console.
All right. All right, so we're going to head back. All right, so DeGrasse, a few hours go by. And actually, I think I'll head down to the academy with Nadon. Nadon, you back?
Mm-hmm.
All right, we'll go ahead and enter a new scene here. All right, so you and your roommate have gotten the opportunity to wash up after the test, get a bite to eat, and you're probably heading back to your classroom to receive your final grades. For your first aid training, your basic first aid training, I should say. And most of the walk up to this point, your lunch has pretty much been silent. Your roommate's been kind of quiet and reserved up to this point, which is, you notice is not very typical of her.
Okay. I'll walk along with her quietly because I'm a bit anxious about my mark as well.
All right. So yeah, you both walk in silence, and you eventually get up to your class. And your instructor's there at the beginning, working on the data pads, probably putting in the final remarks and notes. And your roommate will kind of whisper to you, I just know I failed. There's no way I beat that. Or there's no way I passed that exam.
If you did, we'll figure it out. I hope you didn't, though.
And then finally your instructor will speak up. Good afternoon, cadets. I'm just finishing up your final grades now and your final assessment for the course Basic First Aid. This successful completion of this course is mandatory for graduation from Starfleet Academy. Should your marks be deemed unsatisfactory, you will have to retake this course. Admiral Johnson has deemed that every Starfleet cadet shall have certain prerequisites before graduating the course to ensure a well-rounded Starfleet officer. This course is one of those. As I stated at the beginning of the course, being able to render successful first aid to not only yourself, but to your fellow Starfleet officer could mean the very definition of life and death. And so I will come around and hand you your final grades. Once I have given you your grades, you are free to enjoy the rest of your day, and this will be the conclusion of this course. I will stick around for any final questions you may have. And do keep in mind that there is a series of speeches from various Starfleet officers. The object is to give you an idea of what life is going to be like when you graduate the academy, and I highly recommend going to this. Right, so let's get you these grades. And your instructor stands up and starts handing the the data pad, like the data pads, or somehow sending you your grades, probably through your tricorder or whatever, from his data pad to your tricorder to let you know what you achieved in the course. And he goes around to some of the students, and then he eventually gets to you and your roommate Nadon. And he sends you the communication to your either data pad or tricorder.
Okay. I will look at the communication.
I should probably mention that your teacher is a Vulcan, so it's very to the point.
Oh. I visibly sag with relief.
Then it goes to your roommate. And your roommate just kind of hangs her head down after receiving the communique. I'm glad I could make tension in a grade. But yeah, you get your grade, and you give your physical signs of relief, and you notice that your roommate hangs her head down.
You okay?
And she shows you hers.
I wince in sympathy and pat her shoulder.
This hereby concludes your course in basic first aid. I will stand around for any questions, but cadets, you are dismissed.
Do you need to speak with the professor?
What am I going to say?
Fair enough. Maybe what you did wrong so you can do better next time?
I don't know. Just maybe I'm not cut out for this.
I disagree. If you weren't cut out for it, you wouldn't have gone in the first place. I don't think, anyways.
I don't know. I swear the instructor has it out for me. What other possible explanation could there be?
I'll be the what's the human expression? The devil's advocate here. Maybe he was giving you a chance to basically redo a similar scenario to what you failed the first time. Give you a chance to feel that you overcome a previous mistake or corrected it.
I don't know. I did everything he instructed us to do. I determined what was wrong with the patient. I tried to fix what was wrong. Oh well. Maybe I'll find a better instructor next semester.
Entirely possible. I mean, I find the professor's teaching style has as much to do with my success in a course as any effort I put in. So, could be his teaching style just doesn't synergize with you. And I shrug. Do you want to go to the do you still feel like going to the speeches, or would you rather have a night out at one of the local pubs? Or a night in? Your choice.
How about we do both? Let's hit the speeches and then go out. I could definitely use something to take my mind off this.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. So so Nadan, you and your roommate head over to the first speech. You get there a little late, but you enter a large auditorium filled with people. And there's a commander on top of the stage as you two grab your seats. Thank you, Commander, or sorry. Thank you, Lieutenant Arif, for that brilliant speech. Next up, we have a science officer from the USS Manchester. He's recently been doing scientific studies of a... Oh, I forgot what I had you studying, DeGrasse.
Was it that protostar?
All right. Scientific studies of a Type 3 protostar. If you'll please welcome Lieutenant Habar DeGrasse. And people clap as you come up onto the podium here.
Ross will wait for the standing ovation to die down. He kids. yeah, so he'll kind of uneasily get up there and put his pad on the podium with his notes and wipe the sweats from his upper lip. And yeah, he'll just start. Uh, Thank you for that warm introduction. And thank you to the Academy and the Science Division for having me here to speak to you all today. And well, most importantly, thank you to the cadets. I understand that this is largely voluntary to come and listen to these speakers. So I do appreciate your attendance and your attention. I've been asked here today to talk to you a little bit about what it's like serving as a science officer on board a starship in Starfleet. I remember my first assignment just out of the academy. To be quite honest, I was probably feeling much the same as all of you feel. Mix of anticipation to start serving, to start putting your knowledge to use. A little bit of hesitancy, since you've probably heard a lot of the dangerous things that can happen during your service aboard a starship. In an eagerness, put the knowledge that you've gained through several years of hardship here at the Academy into practice. I know that we all have certain balances of those impulses in different degrees, but I can absolutely assure you, based on everything that I've seen so far in my service, you've made the right choice. And you should be eager to go out there to help the Federation explore, push knowledge in new direction, to serve your crew, your ship, your homeworld, furthering the advancement of knowledge of the cosmos. I tend to view the Sciences Division as, well, this might be a bit conceited, but the most important division in Starfleet. I consider us to be the driving force behind the mission of the Federation in all aspects. Exploration, understanding, learning new things about new species biologies, new worlds, new astrophysics, new temporal mechanics, pulling back the veil on the entire universe. Our service enables us and really enables all other divisions to operate efficiently. Engineering couldn't do what they do without the base understanding that we provide for them to build their tools on top. Tactical couldn't effectively defend the ship, defend the lives of sentient creatures without the basic research that we've done to understand how these weapon systems should operate. Khan, of course, is fully reliant on impulse mechanics and on warp space theory, which we continue to try to understand in its infinite complexity. And of course, command, not only do they rely on all of these systems, but they also rely on our finely honed understanding of not only human, Vulcan, Trill, and other species of the Federation's psychology. To lead them, keep them secure, to make sure that we all perform our missions as efficiently and safely as possible. That said, though, we can't let it go to our heads. Science's division is not always the one that's out in front. We're not always the loudest one. We're not always the one that makes the most noise. You're expected to be humble servants, humble leaders. Be sure to stand up, make your thoughts known where needed, but allow the other divisions to do the work that they've specialized in as well. Make sure to keep that humbleness about you. Trust me when I say this, I learned it the hard way. There's nothing more annoying to the rest of your crewmates than a science officer know-it-all. Science itself can be a harsh master. Just when you feel that you understand everything and are the master of the domain that you specialize in, it's going to strike back at you. It's going to amaze you. It's going to bring you down to the level. It's going to open your eyes again. So my advice to you, stay hungry, stay thirsty for the knowledge. Don't let your day-to-day duties distract from your greater mission, which is advancing our understanding of everything that's around us. That said, though, I feel like I've gone on long enough. Wish you the best in your future careers. Hope that all of you are able to put your name on a discovery in your area of knowledge, and that through that, your names outlast your physical forms. I think that's all any of us hope for. Thank you. And he'll grab his pad and very quickly walk off the stage.
Wow, I said a short speech.
It was under 5 minutes, maybe. Maybe.
It's a pretty good speech for 2 hours.
Oh, thank you.
All right, DeGrasse, where do you head after the speech?
Well, he's gonna probably go to the back room, and then settle down a little bit from the weak legs and the shaking in his arms. And then, yeah, take a drink and then just try to chill out for a sec. It's, yeah, after he does that,
All right, hold on.
he'll,
I'm just setting up something.
gotcha. But yeah, I was going to say after that, he'll probably just walk around campus and try to relive some old memories.
All right, so you get to the back room of your speech, trying to dust the nerves off, what have you. You're basically by yourself here. When a cadet walks in. Excuse me, Lieutenant?
Uh, yeah, yes. Cadet, what is it?
I just wanted to say that I thought your speech was brilliant.
Well, I appreciate that. I only had a short time to actually write it, but well, I just spoke from the heart. Seems like it worked.
I would say so. It definitely shows your passion for scientific work. I myself am trying to be a budding scientist, and I find your speech very inspiring.
Thank you. What is your name, cadets? And he'll extend his hand.
Samantha Beckett, and she'll shake your hand too.
Well, Samantha, are you close to graduating?
Oh, I'm only in my 3rd year.
And what are you specializing in?
I'm actually looking into quantum mechanics and temporal mechanics, sir.
It's very interesting. I did a little work in temporal mechanics myself.
Yeah, I'm looking myself to be on the frontiers of science exploration, much like what you alluded to in your speech.
Well, I can certainly say that I wholeheartedly believed everything I said in that speech. It's serving aboard a starship is, well, exhilarating and terrifying at the same time. But honestly, if I could go back and make a different choice, I don't think I would make a different one. Cadet Beckett, I have exerted a little more energy than I thought I would during that speech. If you don't mind, I'm feeling a little tired.
Oh, not at all, Lieutenant. Again, thank you for speaking today.
Of course. I'll be here for a little while. Feel free to swing by if you have any questions.
If I think of any questions, I'll come find you, sir.
Oh, very good. DeGrasse will replicate a little bit of coffee and sit down on the couch and rest for a little bit.
Okay. We're going to head back to Nadan. Nadan, after the speeches, you're probably walking with your roommate, probably going out, heading toward the town. You probably put on civilian clothes, what have you.
Yes.
All right. When you are approached by this individual here. Excuse me, Cadet Nadan.
Hello.
Actually, let me check your sheet really quick, Nadan. No, that's Praxis sheet. You have astrophysics with instructor Pearson, or instructor Keller, correct?
That's my instructor, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I do. Why? Why do you ask?
Well, I was a little worried about the test coming up. I was wondering if you had some good notes I can use.
I do. My roommate had a rough time with the medical exam, though, so we're gonna help her go take her mind off of it. I can give you a copy of my notes in the morning.
Sure. That sounds fine.
I'm planning to have a. Oh, pardon. Planning to have a study session later in the week if you want to come.
Oh, yeah, yes. By all means, I would be very interested in that.
Cool. It'll be on the third floor of the residence, in that common lounge. You know, the one by the lift. So, feel free to bring anyone else you know in the class.
Oh, thank you. And she rushes up to to shake your hand. Thank you.
I will let her shake my hand.
I'll keep in touch. Thanks. Thank you very much.
No problem. See you later.
Who is that? Your roommate speaks up as she walks away.
I don't know, but apparently she's in astrophysics. I'm feeling kind of tired.
I thought we were going out.
Mm. Yeah, let's go. I'll stop by the replicator and grab myself a coffee before we go.
Okay. Right. Where do I want to head next?
Ugh.
Sounds like you're getting really tired. We'll head to the captain here. Captain, you find yourself, you're already checked into your hotel suites. You've probably changed into a bathing suit at this point, and you're just going for a nice stroll along the beach here. With your feet in the water, just kind of enjoying the sun, the waves, the smells of the ocean.
And I guess you're probably looking for a place to get a nice tan.
Yeah. Yeah, you're probably heading toward you probably went for a nice little walk, but you're probably heading back toward the resort now, looking for like a lounge chair that you could just sit on the beach and maybe grab a drink or two or 20, whatever. As this is happening, you receive a communication. XO Morgan to Commander Prax.
I'm sorry, sir. You're breaking up.
Prax, I order you to get over in your dress blues to this Admiral meet and greet. Now.
Sorry, sir. I'm currently in the middle of nowhere. Sorry, you're on your own.
I won't forget this, Commander. And I assume you keep walking.
Yeah.
All right, you make your way back to the resort to find one of the lounge chairs. And you find one empty one that you take a seat in. When you hear coming from the seat next to you, lovely weather we're having.
Yes.
And this person next to you is in a full bathing suit, has a drink in her hand, sunglasses on, enjoying the view, the sitting in the sun. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh, not at all. I'm just looking forward to a little peace and quiet.
I can relate to that. I'm here on shore leave myself. Finally nice to be off the ship.
Yes. What ship are you with?
Oh, I'm aboard the USS Nebraska.
That's Captain Bishop's ship. Am I correct?
Yes, that's correct. Oh, where are my manners? I'm Lieutenant Beckett, and she reaches out to shake your hand.
Lieutenant Commander Prax.
It's nice to meet you, Commander.
Nice to meet you too, Lieutenant.
What ship do you serve on?
The Olympia.
What class is the Olympia?
Excelsior. The best ship ever.
Oh, that's that Excelsior I saw in orbit, is it not?
That is correct. If you don't mind, Lieutenant Beckett, I would like to get a little, some 20 weeks in, a little sun before the first officer Olympia decides to become reckless and forcibly bring me to the Admiral's ball.
Oh, not at all. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No worries, Lieutenant.
All right. I think we'll head back to Starfleet here. Dr. Pearson. You there?
Yep.
All right, perfect. Just making sure. All right, so you're walking out of Starfleet Medical with your pad in hand. When you hear this commotion, like a lot of screams, like, "Oh my God, somebody help! Is there a doctor? Somebody!"
In that case, I pick up my pace.
You head over to it,
Yeah.
and you get over to the scene of where the commotion is, and there's a fairly large crowd of probably around 20 people around there, and there's one collapsed individual on the ground. And I'm gonna send you something really quick.
Okay. Oh boy. Well, the person is in medical distress, so the doctor, I'm guessing, just yells out, "Get me a med kit!"
And somebody comes up. Here you go, doctor.
He immediately pops it open, pulls out the medical tricorder, and starts scanning.
All right, go ahead and give me a insight or reason medicine diff one.
Xenobiology, infectious diseases, or emergency medicine.
Yes.
Take a momentum. Oh, wow.
Well, you got there.
Yeah.
I definitely made up that name.
Yeah, I can tell. Oh, brother.
Doctor, is there any way I can help you?
Give me a second. And in my mind, do I know any uh thing to alleviate the symptoms of that disease that you made up?
Give me an insight medicine difficulty 2.
I'm guessing this will definitely be in infectious diseases.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do something crazy.
Crazy is good.
I'm going to spend my determination on the patient is everything,
Sure.
which automatically gives me 2 successes.
Gain 3 momentum. I'll give you some info.
Okay. So I'm going to look at whoever it was and go, give me 20 cc's cardioscopine, 10 cc's anatropine.
Right away, doctor. And she runs quickly to go grab that because it's not in the standard medical kit.
Yeah.
And a few moments later, she comes back with the medicine and a few medical personnel with a stretcher.
And I'll inject the 2 hyposprays into this person. Look at the medical staff and just go, it's Jurgensen's.
They'll just nod at you as they start to get them ready for transport. You know, like a nod of acknowledgement.
Yeah. It's a nod of acknowledgement saying they understood what I was saying.
Yes. And, you know, they get the patient ready and start moving them back toward Starfleet Medical to bring them inside. And then I sent you something else.
Yeah, I saw that. He's going to walk over to towards the reception desk, hand them the pad that he was carrying. Say, when that guy wakes up, you might need this.
Was it on his personal possession, Doctor?
No, I heard he wanted to make a complaint against me. So I was bringing you the data about the incident he was referring to.
Oh, okay. We'll file it with it, Doctor. Thank you.
No problem. And as I start picking up the first aid kit to hand back, seeing as the only thing I used out of there was the tricorder. I scanned myself real quick. Okay. In that case, I'll just put the tricorder back in the case, hand it back, and go, thank you for the use of the first aid kit.
Not a problem, Doctor. Doctor, I have to say that was amazing watching you work.
Let's just say I know this race better than some others.
Tone of your voice tells me it's not a pleasant memory.
Oh, no. And a long story as well.
Well, Doctor, don't let me keep you.
Understood. Thank you very much. And I will head back out. How long do I have before I'm supposed to be at my next location?
Oh, well, you're on shore leave, so however long. I think something else.
Hold on. I'm going to do something really stupid. Okay.
Huh?
In that case, I'm going to walk over to one of the closest replicators, get myself a cup of coffee, start drinking it as I continue on my way. Sorry, self-imposed roll.
Okay.
Self-imposed roll, see if I pass out.
All right. So we'll head to the next place. Casey. Still with us?
Yeah. Still here.
All right, Casey. You have been drinking with your friends probably for most of the night at this point. It's gotten to the point where all of you are very much slurring your words. You know, you're all having a good time drinking, you know, more shots after shot, you know, talking incoherently to each other. You know, what you would do with friends when you're drunk at a bar.
Yep.
I tell you what, this guy right here, this is the guy. You gotta watch out for this one. You mark my words, he's gonna be a captain one day. As you know, your friend is like drunkenly leaning on you, trying to get support, you know, tapping your chest, you know, like drunkards do.
We like talking to anyone in particular. Some like helpless, helpless bar patrons.
Yeah, probably.
Captain, I'm going to a colony. You're
Ye-
gonna be a captain.
You could be the captain of the colony, can't you?
I don't know. What even is a colony?
I don't know.
But Bart, bartender, uno mas.
And a bartender walks up. haven't you had enough to drink, Ensign?
Wait, is he in uniform?
Oh, are you? I have no idea.
I was gonna say either this guy just like I've given away all of my personal information, or Casey got drunk in uniform.
All right, we'll say you're not. Haven't you had enough to drink?
Uh, eh, I don't think so. Just one more.
All right, one more. But then you guys got to sober up and start drinking water. And she points to all four of you.
Casey will just kind of like make a sour, drunk face and then plop down in the stool.
And she'll put the the four drinks on the bar, and then she'll hand you one of them. Hand you one of them.
Casey will pick it up and just unceremoniously slurp it down.
As you go to reach out for it, she kind of hits your hand and the drink spills all over the bar. Oh my God, I'm sorry. And it kind of spills halfway on the bar, halfway on you.
Why?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm new here. Here. Let me get you another one.
Fortunately, he's not an angry drunk, so he'll just kind of sit there and watch.
And she'll pour another drink and put it right in front.
He'll try and pick up the new one.
You pick it up.
He'll have another sip.
And then check your messages, Casey.
Yeah, I did see that. Is he like still able to take this drink?
Yeah.
I imagine he doesn't have much like awareness of what's going on, so he's just going to have a sip there and take that last drink and then kind of stare.
Are you all right there? She'll kind of
Uh,
look to you.
I could use a nap. What do you guys think? He'll look to his friends.
Two of them are already passed out on the bar. The other one just kind of, he's standing, but he's kind of like leaning and doesn't really know where he's at the moment.
Casey with his brute security strength is gonna try and pick up one of his passed out buddies to carry him back to wherever they're staying.
Okay, I'll give you fitness security. I'll give you a difficulty 3, but a complication 5.
I was expecting that. Security. Team dynamics for a focus because he's carrying his teammates.
No.
Emergency medicine because he's trying to cure his drunk friend by
No.
survival.
No. Although, come to think about it, survival would probably work here because, firemen's carry and whatnot.
All right. I'll
I talked myself into it.
I'll generate a threat.
Damn. What I say it was 2, so you gain 2 momentum. And yeah, you're able to carry one of your friends back to wherever you're staying. But by the time you get there, you are like feeling very exhausted.
Did like the other guy I was with come with the other passed out guy? Or does he have to go back for them?
You probably have to go back for him, but you're really tired that you probably don't think you can make it there.
Um, can I roll to attempt?
Sure. Diff 5, Comp 5.
All right. Well, good thing I generated some momentum. um, no man left behind. uh, I'll do a threat to momentum, which momentum I generated. 4 dice.
So close. Wait, you have a reroll, don't you?
Yeah, I do have a reroll. If it'll go through. There.
Complication into a worse complication. Did you have 2 rerolls?
No, it was just bugged
Just
out, I
sluggish?
think.
Okay, I'll take the first one because it's more fun. All right, Casey, in your mind, you think that you have to go get your friends. So you start heading there. But as you're going, you kind of get blackout. You kind of black out. So you think you went there, but you're not entirely sure. We're going to skip you ahead to the next morning, and we'll enter a new scene here. You find yourself waking up in your quarters, that you rented out down here, or, that you were assigned, however they do this type of thing. And you just have a massive splitting headache. Like, probably the worst hungover you have ever been.
Computer, close blinds.
And the computer does.
Computer, coffee, black. Now, hopefully the replicator's not too far. He'll go.
If I can find a replicator noise. Should be on here. I have to go through all these sound effects. But yeah, the replicator queues up the coffee.
Does he have anything that he has to do today?
There it is. No, you're totally on shore leave. And you're actually waiting for your orders. So you have like an extended leave.
Right. Are his buddies kind of staying in the same area? Can he check on them?
They're actually all passed out on the floor.
Ah, fair enough. Well, in that case, I guess he'll he'll just go back and sit on his bed and try and I don't know if there's a hypo spray of Tylenol or something. Or not. He'll take a look to see. So I guess it was discussed last night about transporter credits, but he'll take a look to see if his leave pass included any transporter credits.
Go ahead and give me Insight Con difficulty 1. You check your credits and you do find that you have 1.
Well, so as to not disturb his friends. He'll go back to the replicator and request one computer, one ham and cheese croissant.
Where did the replicator go?
He'll take his croissant, his coffee, like to go, and start heading to wherever the transporters are, leaving his friends to rest up.
All
If
right.
he's not so hungover that he can't
Right.
can't go for a little stroll.
All right. Nadon.
Yes?
You find yourself waking up in your quarters. Let me just double check one thing. And again, you have this just massive, massive headache. Probably on the scale of like a really bad migraine. And your roommate will say, "Finally, you're awake. What happened last night?"
Mm. I will. Is the room fully lit?
Yeah.
Oh.
Sun, morning.
I'll pull a pillow down over my eyes. I don't know. It's bright.
God, what happened to you? I had to carry you back to our room.
I don't know. I just got really tired after the student shook my hand. We didn't. Did we go out?
No, you've been asleep all night.
It makes someone. I feel like I'm hungover.
Well, if you definitely didn't drink, I can attest to that.
I don't know. I'm not prone to migraines.
Do you need to go to the doctor?
Maybe.
Oh, you got my last message, right?
Hmm?
I sent you a message. Just want to make sure you got it.
I feel like I need to go to Paris?
What?
Yeah, I should go to Paris.
What are you talking about, Paris?
I don't know. Something important, sir. I need to go. I'll get up and stumble. Am I still wearing my casual clothing?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll get up and start walking out of the room. If I'm still hungover, I might like clumsily stumble into stuff on my way out.
All right. And your roommate's saying like, Nadon, where are you going?
Paris.
And then she says, I'm gonna go get a doctor. As you just keep walking.
Bye.
Where do I want to go to next? DeGrasse. DeGrasse, you there?
Yes.
Lieutenant, wake up. As the commander that introduced you on stage is there kind of shaking you awake. And again, DeGrasse, you're going to wake up with this massive headache.
DeGrasse will kind of turn and be like, "What? What do you want?"
Oh, I'm sorry to disturb you. You just passed out.
He'll get up and kind of hunch over with his hand in his head, hand in his head, head in his hands. Sorry, and just say, uh, "Yeah, I don't know. I must have taken a nap. I felt really tired. What time is it?"
It's 0700, Lieutenant. I think you might have been here all night.
Oh, 700? You're kidding.
Wish I were.
Oh my God.
Are you okay, Lieutenant?
I have a massive headache, but I think I'll be okay. I think I have to go to Paris, though.
Oh, do you have another speaking engagement?
Uh, yeah, something like that. Uh, it's been a while since I've been at the academy. Could you direct me to the nearest planetary transporter pad?
Yeah. You just head down this hallway, make a right at section 29 Alpha, and then straight down 3 more sectors, and it'll be on your left-hand side.
Oh, all right, well, thank you. I appreciate it. He'll,
Yeah, not a problem.
DeGrasse will get up and replicate some coffee, and yeah, he'll make haste.
All right. Doctor.
Yep.
Doctor, you find yourself waking up on a medical bed as you hear a tricorder scanning around you.
Dr. Pearson is gonna just rub the bridge of his nose. And try to open his eyes.
Yeah, you're able to open your eyes, and you see your friend that you just met earlier in the day, giving you a quick work over. You also have a massive headache as well.
Yeah. Mike?
Stand still. Apparently, a couple people found you passed out on the sidewalk. You been hitting the sauce again?
No. Was left from your office. Headed towards reception where one of the members of that delegation was trying to file a complaint. Apparently he had Jurgensen's. Treated him real quick because it was an emergency. all of a sudden got tired and got myself a coffee and walked out the door.
You didn't mix the medicines and accidentally inject yourself?
No, Mike. I gave the guy atropine and cardiopine
Huh.
to help relieve the muscles and tension around his heart.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything out of the ordinary on their tricorder scans.
No, when I first got tired, I scanned myself too and didn't see anything abnormal. Which is the
Well,
only reason I left.
well, I don't see anything going on here. I have no reason to keep you. I mean, can you have any idea what explains this?
None. And Pearson will try and just sit up on the bed.
Oh, I did send you a message too, Doctor. Just want to make
Oh.
sure you got it.
Yeah. Got that. Well, since I'm on shore leave, maybe I'll swing by Paris.
No, I hear Paris is nice.
Yeah, that's what I hear too.
How about you take it easy, though, huh?
Of course. Of course.
Let me
And
know
the
if you feel any other issues.
Yeah, I'll keep you updated on this one, Mike. This is weird.
Yeah, maybe you just were really tired, more tired than you thought.
Exhaustion
Are
will
they
do that, yeah.
are they overworking you on ESD?
No, not even close.
Well, like I said, I have no reason to keep you here, so how about you enjoy Paris, huh? Bring me
yeah,
back something nice if you're going there, huh?
yeah, sure thing, Mike.
All right, get the hell out of here.
And the doctor is going to head towards one of the nearest planetary transporters, which Starfleet Medical should have one.
All right. All right. Commander Prax. You find yourself waking up right after. Oh, where the hell is the? There it is. You find yourself waking up on a transporter pad, still in your vacation outfit, except you also have this massive splitting headache.
Oh, dear.
There you are, Commander.
Commander, do you know how inappropriate this is?
You know how inappropriate it is defying my direct order, Commander? I should put you in the brig for this.
Right. Okay, fine. You win. But what the Admiral's Ball, is that where we're supposed to be going?
Well, you conveniently missed the one that was last night, but lucky for you, Commander, we have another one coming up in, about 15 minutes. If I were you, I'd hurry up and get on your dress uniform.
Okay, just I had this. My head feels like it's a quasar right now, so if you don't mind, I'll just 1 second. She just kind of like, as he's trying to talk, puts like her finger up and like points in his general direction. She heads to the replicator.
Okay. What do you do at the replicator?
She replicates a particular item. Some appropriate attire. She takes the item and walks over to the closet to change.
And you just hear your exo outside as you're changing, just kind of pacing the hallways. He's very steamed up.
And after a few minutes, nearly almost the time for the format, she comes out not wearing a dress uniform, but like a party dress. And I was like, okay, I'm ready.
What do you call this? I said dress uniform.
You said dress. Now, there's no time to argue, Commander, but please, let's just go, okay? Let's get this over with. All right? And she just stumbles onto the transporter pad. It's like, and can you please just keep it down? And why is the beeping so loud?
Not only are you disobeying my order again, but now you're drunk.
I did not have anything. Trust me, if I was drunk, I would know. Must have been too much sun.
Pull yourself together, Commander. And as he steps onto the pad, Chief, energize. And you are transported over to where the next party is being held.
She immediately finds the bar.
All right. Yeah, you find the bar and you head up to a certain bartender who just so happens to be Bolian.
I need whatever you can serve me that will take care of a headache. More like a migraine.
Might I recommend a doctor?
Unfortunately, I'm all fresh out of doctors right now.
I'll give you something with a little bit of a kick that might do the trick.
You're my savior.
And he puts a bluish drink that has what looks like a little mist coming out of the top of it.
This is not illegal, is it?
Oh, no, not at all. He leans in. Look around you. Kind of gauging at all the Admiral brass around him.
What does it smell like?
It smells like a winter's day. If your character would know what that smells like.
She just drinks it.
Give me a fitness. Let's go fitness security. I'll make this since I got threat difficulty 2.
Survival for a focus.
Sure. It'll be succeed at cost.
I'm gonna spend the momentum. And apparently, I needed that. I guess.
I said it was 2, right?
Yes.
All right. When you drink it, you notice that the drink is like cold. Had you have drinking it any quicker, you definitely would have got a bit of the brain freeze.
Well, that really wakes you up.
Yeah, an old Andorian friend of mine told me about this drink. He calls it the Andorian frostbite. Definitely has the potential to wake you up.
It does. Thank you. And she walks back over to where the commander's at and is like, so, why am I here?
Consider this a punishment for your mouth, Commander.
Oh. Admiral Sugak, hi. It's so lovely to see you here. Why don't you come over? I want you to meet somebody. She just looks at him.
And as you're calling him, he says, What are you doing?
Mingling.
Commander. He comes up. And who is this?
What did we give this guy's name again?
Oh, I have no idea who we named the XO. None at all.
This is the first officer of the Olympia. I introduce Commander Grumble, Grumble, Grumble. Forgot the name. Grumble, Grumble, Grumble. He's an inspiring first officer, a great leader.
What was your ship's name again? Sorry,
The
GM
Olympia.
forgot. Oh, the Olympia. I've seen some good reports coming out of the Olympia. It's nice to finally meet a members of its crew.
Yes, Morgan here has been a fine inspiration. Though, you know, Admiral, if you remember correctly, you did fail my astrophysics class back in 2341. Perhaps you should give him some finer lectures of command school. He's an aspiring to become a captain. He's a terrible science officer, though.
Well, XO Morgan, we're always looking for good captains. And he kind of puts his arm around the XO's shoulder and leads him in the opposite direction.
Oh, is that Admiral Haggard? You know what? I have not seen him in ages. If you excuse me, I would like to catch up with some old friends. Have
And
fun.
you saw the message I sent you, right, Prex?
Yeah. And she quietly sneaks out of the ball and finds a quick getaway.
All right. Where are you heading to?
To the planetary transporter.
Okay. I think we have a transport room here somewhere. Do we not? Oh, that'll work. So many tokens in here. All right, so I'm trying to think who would get there. It would be DeGrasse and Nadan. You both find yourself coming into the same transporter room kind of at the same time. Nadan, you just finished giving the coordinates to the transporter operator here when DeGrasse comes in.
Ah. Cadets, did I see you in the crowds attending the Sciences Division speeches yesterday?
I did watch them. Yes, Lieutenant.
Well, I hope you had a better morning than I did, and he'll rub his temples.
Unfortunately, Lieutenant, I think you look like you feel how I feel.
Like death. No better word for it.
Like it's too damn bright in here.
Agreed.
Pardon the language, Lieutenant.
No pardon needed. DeGrasse will turn to the transporter operator. After the cadet here is transported out, put in coordinates for Paris.
Actually, sir, if you don't mind, I actually have those already keyed in. If you wouldn't mind sharing a transport.
I'll turn to Nadan. Paris too, huh?
Yes, Lieutenant. Odd coincidence.
May I ask what might be a personal question, Cadet?
Go ahead, Lieutenant.
I don't know if there's any other way to put this, but do you feel a reason to go to Paris? I feel like I should, but I don't know why.
I have the same sort of feeling, Lieutenant. There's something drawing me there. I don't know, some blonde student shook my hand for inviting her to my study group later this week, and then I felt tired, and then I woke up feeling like crap. And here I am on the way to Paris.
Person's name wouldn't happen to be Beckett, would it?
I'm a little fuzzy, Lieutenant, but it was something like that. She was blonde.
Oh, I met a blonde cadet as well yesterday, and I began to feel a bit tired after meeting her.
Apparently, my roommate had to carry me back to the room. I felt bad. I was supposed to take her out to drown her sorrows over her first aid class.
This is so strange. All right, well, I guess there must be a reason for both of us to go. I have to say it's been a while since I've been, so.
Is a discorporation a hangover cure by any chance?
Oh, I'm sorry, Nadan. What was that?
I was asking, are you aware of whether or not transporters, the acts of discorporation and recorporation on the other side, happen to get rid of migraines and hangovers?
I don't think so, Cadet, but maybe if you flip your transporter credits to the engineer over here, he can try something.
I will transmit my transporter credits to him and then stand on the pad.
Degrasse will lazily and painfully do the same and stand next to her.
And the chief will, and the transport operator will say, "Are you ready?"
Ready as we'll ever be.
Nidon will nod.
And you both are transported away. In another area of the planet, there's a bit of a line outside of this transporter room. This one is more, more toward Starfleet headquarters, so it's a lot busier. When these three individuals find themselves in line, near each other, as the room's full of people, talking loudly, getting their transports set up.
Sorry, did we all walk in at the same time?
Not so much walk in, but you're kind of in line, like outside the transporter room. Like you're in the hallway in queue for the transport.
Casey will be finishing off his croissant.
The doc is going to reach into his pocket for a high intensity painkiller. Basically, a quick clear to a migraine.
And yeah, you probably inject the hypo.
Are we all standing next to each other?
Yes.
Can I do an insight check to see what that pill is?
Sure. Insight medicine, difficulty 3.
I'm just gonna roll flat.
Because I don't think you have a medical score, so.
I have 2.
Well, okay, we'll make it a diff 2 then.
Nope, I have no idea what it is.
Yep. Yeah, you just see him take. You just see him, inject something orally.
Yep, she'll continue sipping her Andorian alcoholic beverage.
And both of you still notice that it is steaming a little bit out of the top. Or misting, I should say.
If only alcohol could cure a headache.
Dr. Pearson will turn around. Here. Flips you another one of the pills. Try that.
Takes the pill. Thank you. Lieutenant?
Lieutenant Commander. Let me do. Yeah, I think. Yeah. Yeah. No, it is. It is Lieutenant. It's supposed to be Lieutenant.
Yeah, we're in the past, so probably he lieutenant
Yeah.
at this point.
Yeah, it's supposed to be Lieutenant. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, she takes the pill and hope there's not some crazy reaction with the drink.
No, and in fact, it actually does start to help with your headache.
Let's see if there was an effect roll that would have been bad.
Yep.
Because painkillers and alcohol not a good thing.
Casey will just kind of quietly say to the doctor, do you have another one of those?
Yeah, I do. For some odd reason, I felt like I should grab 5 of them when I left the house.
Well, lucky for me, I guess. Casey will take the painkiller as well.
Yep, and Casey, same case with you. It is starting to help dull the headache a bit.
So, where are you two headed?
Well, I'm on my way to Paris. I'm here on shore leave while I await reassignment. Figured I'd... Well, I woke up just thinking I should go to Paris, I guess. I've never been there before.
Strange. I'm headed to Paris as well, and the same thing basically happened to me. Except I woke up on my friend's med med bed.
I woke up in my own bed, but... Well, you said you had a headache, right?
Had. Yeah.
So did I. I just chalked it up to a hangover, but it's worse than any hangover I've ever had.
And I'm guessing Prax is still in like the dress or whatever.
Yeah, she did not change.
What about you, ma'am?
Yeah, strangely enough, this is the first alcoholic beverage I've had since I have started my shore leave, and unfortunately, I did not have the fortune as all of you to wake up in a comfy bed, but rather on a transporter pad with my exo screaming down my throat.
Ouch.
It's okay. I already got him back. By now, an Admiral Bullion is probably talking his ear off. So,
Giving you enough time to slip away.
gentlemen, I think the line is cleared up.
Next, who's next?
Well, if we're all going to Paris,
Might as well go in one go.
C'est la vie.
Planetary coordinates, please.
Paris, France.
There are 4 transporter pads located in Paris. Which one would you like?
Pulls out his pad.
And you're compelled to pick one of them.
Yeah. I was gonna say the one closest to Arc de Triomphe.
Okay, coordinates set in. If you all please get on the pad. Coordinates laid in for Paris, France. Enjoy.
Now it just sounds like we're on an amusement park ride.
Hey, don't laugh. I was a ride operator, damn it.
I was too.
All right. So we'll go with Nadan and DeGrasse. Both of you transport into Paris. And you step off of the pad and, you kind of walk out onto one of the sidewalks. And both of you feel this odd compulsion to walk in a certain direction toward, let's just call it the western part of the city.
Well, cadets, let's try something. On the count of 3, let's start walking in the direction that we feel like we should walk.
Good idea.
1, 2, 3, and he'll take off walking in the west.
And I'll walk west as well.
Yep, and you both find yourself walking in the same direction. And as you keep walking, you get this sense of familiarity with the area, almost as if you've been here before.
That's weird. I've never been here, but it feels like I know where to go.
Day just keeps getting weirder and weirder. I've been here before, but it feels like I've spent my whole life here. So odd.
And as you keep walking, you come up to an area. It's toward like a very busy area of the city. There's a lot of restaurants, a lot of clubs, a lot of shopping centers. It's pretty busy and bustling. When you get outside of a small establishment here, and on the other side walks up another group coming from the other direction. And all of you kind of stop outside the doors here. All of you thinking that you have this weird feeling that you are very familiar with this place.
The doc's gonna look at the other two and ask, headaches? Unknown location?
Headaches, but I know where this is, Paris.
True. Woke up with the desire to come to Paris this morning?
Yes.
Reaches into his pocket, takes out the last 2 pills. Here you go.
Grass will have it in his palm. For the headache, I presume.
Yes, it's something to help with hangover headaches, mainly, but I found it works just as well with this one.
What is it?
Basically, a fast-acting acetaminophen pain reliever.
DeGrasse, as soon as he heard it helps with hangovers, he'll immediately down it.
I'll take mine then.
And yeah, it does help with the headaches.
Thanks, Doc.
Not a problem. Well, if this is where we're supposed to be,
Well, before you answer that question, Doctor, before this gets any weirder, I'm just gonna go ahead and go inside. And figure out why we're all compelled to get here or come here. It's been a long morning.
and the doctor will just nod.
Oh, you entered. You enter what looks to be like a small eatery with a small wine bar here. It seems to be pretty busy, pretty bustling with people. But you all recognize a person playing pool in the back.
The lady who helped me at the Starfleet Medical.
The cadet that spoke to me after my speech.
You mean a lieutenant? No, she's probably not a lieutenant.
Ross will look back at Nadon. Same woman?
It is, Lieutenant.
The doc's gonna poke his head back outside. Hey, you coming?
Casey.
Yep, I'm here. I just wasn't looking at my token. Casey will catch up.
A lieutenant, or is it Cadet Beckett?
And as you speak, she takes one final shot, sinking this blue ball into the corner pocket here. Thank you all for coming. It is Lieutenant Aurora.
How did you pull it off? I scanned myself afterwards when I started feeling tired and didn't find anything.
I was very careful with the procedure. It is very delicate work trying to implant memory engrams. And I do apologize for having to render you unconscious, but it was necessary.
And please do pray tell, what memory engrams have you put inside of us? Because frankly, this is it could be a criminal offense, Lieutenant.
They are actually your memories. Memories that your future selves wish to impart to your past selves. I come from roughly 8 years in the future. I've been sent back to try to stop a grave threat to the Federation. And I cannot stop this threat alone. That is why I have enlisted your help.
And you chose us 5. Why?
Because you are intimately knowledgeable about the threat that is about to engulf the entire Federation.
Begging your pardon, Lieutenant, but if I knew of a threat to the Federation, if I had intimate knowledge of such a threat, I'm pretty sure I would have some memory of it. And also that I wouldn't still be a cadet.
The threat emanates from roughly 8 years in the future. They came back here in an attempt to totally wipe out the Federation in this time. The method in which they used to come back to this time was destroyed in a battle that you participated in. However, we were only able to get the device operational to send one person back. It was decided that I would be the perfect candidate for that, seeing as though I am an android. And I was tasked by your future selves to impart your memory engrams back into you. I estimate that that process will be completed in approximately 3.5 hours. I know this is a lot to process. However, I am confident that your memories will return.
How are they going to initiate this attack?
That is what we are here to investigate.
And who exactly is responsible for... Forgive me, Lieutenant Aura, I'm trying to take all this at face value from you, but it's a little hard to believe, considering the Temporal Prime Directive and all. It goes against a lot of Starfleet principles.
I understand. However, in answer to your question, they call themselves the Jakari. You in the future have been in conflict with them. But we suspect that they attempt to do some type of attack here on Earth in an attempt to destroy the Federation. But as I said, I estimate that your memory engrams will return in approximately 3.5 hours. Please, if you will sit, relax, perhaps have something to eat, I'm sure all your questions will be answered. There are others that I have to recruit. So if you'll excuse me, I will return. And then she leaves out the back door here, leaving you guys to discuss what she just said.
Well, so much for shore leave. If all this is true.
Agreed.
I guess we'll find out the truth of it soon enough.
It's kind of a lot to be asked to believe.
Well, there is one thing that is true. We're in Paris. I think I'll get a nice lunch. You'll go order like some, I don't know, French. Stereotypical Parisian entree. I've never been to Paris.
Yeah, neither have I.
Question becomes, if this is our future selves' memories we're getting, when did we come here? And do we know each other in the future?
I'd have to guess we do.
She did say we were all intimately knowledgeable about this situation.
Yes, about this situation. And if we're at war with the, what was it, Jinkari, we could be intimately knowledgeable about it from different ships and not even have met each other.
Well, I guess we'll find out soon enough. Anyway, I am out of uniform, I guess, from the rest of you, but I am Lieutenant Commander Israel Prax. I am the helm officer on board the USS Olympia. Currently. And she
All
just
right.
kind of looks at everyone else like, gonna introduce yourselves?
Lieutenant Michael Pearson, Chief Medical Officer stationed at ESD, one of the Chief Medical Officers.
Lieutenant Haber DeGrasse, Chief Science Officer, USS Manchester.
Well, I'm Ensign Arno Casey. Previously of the USS Resolute, I've just been transferred off, and I'm presently waiting here on Earth for my route orders. I'm supposed to be reassigned to the Hovium Colony Project.
I'm Cadet Joel Nadon of the science program at the Academy.
Well, I believe the lieutenant said that we have 3 hours. Is that correct?
That is what I recall as well.
Well, oh, GM, if you're gonna retcon, no worries. DeGrasse was gonna propose going to the Louvre for the 3 hours since they have time to kill and he's never been.
Yeah, Casey's there to enjoy Paris. So.
Well, I'm going to find a lovely breakfast. All of you can enjoy yourselves. I guess we'll figure a way to meet back up again.
All right, and I think with that, we'll call that the end of City of Light.